Right, it's done. It's finally completed. We have finally finished the last section of the Straya Sanctuary, and that was the koala and kangaroos habitat. So without talking much more about it, let's just show you what the guests will be greeted with when they go through the back entrance of the Straya Sanctuary. So when you turn straight around, guests will be greeted with this. They'll be greeted with very lush, very tropical, and also very, what's the word? I guess very vast, very vast, very open sort of environment. So obviously on the left hand side, you got this more generic Australian landscape. You're going to be seeing a lot more of those ghost gum trees. You're going to see a lot more of that iron bark eucalyptus trees. And then on the right hand side, obviously when you get into the more tropical parts of Australia, you're going to be greeted with not only, probably not a cassowary statue, probably be an actual cassowary. It would be fucking terrifying, because I know for a fact if I ever went up against one of those birds, I'd just start digging my grave then and there, like, to be honest. Like, they're fucked. They're insane birds. But anyways, as I was saying, and you'll be greeted with very thick, dense forestry plants. You're gonna be greeted with very dense plants, pretty much. Like, honestly, it's gonna be so hard to get through the thick of everything because you have so many plants just congested together in such a small area. Now, let's just go straight in. Okay, so obviously, once you walk straight into Straya Sanctuary, you're going to be greeted with lovely red kangaroo statues. Didn't know these existed. I'm pretty sure they didn't come in the Australian pack. I could be wrong, but when I did go through that pack on a previous video, which I deleted because it was fucking cringe, in my opinion, I didn't see these there, but I could be wrong. It was over a year ago. I could have just been blind. But obviously, you walk straight into here. You've got a lot of seating areas where guests can just sit, relax. They can just enjoy the Australian outback. I wanted to try and mimic the Australian landscape a little bit. So, like, usually if you live in Australia like I do and you go out to, like, more inland Australia, you see a lot of hills that sort of, like, what's the word? They sort of, like, they merge together pretty much, and they just go up, and then they dip back down. And that's what I was sort of going for here with using the smoothing effect. It didn't go great. It didn't go as much to plan as I wanted it to, but I was pretty happy with the turnout. It does still give that effect at least. You've got a couple of sitting areas over here. You got like some indigenous posts that I thought was just nice, just to break up from the greenery a little bit. Got a bunch of posts with like different wall paintings, and then you come over to here just like before, just breaks it up a bit more. It just adds a bit more variety. Guests can definitely sit in these seats, and also you've got a nice little print, metal rustic print here as well. Obviously you're gonna need a toilet, so there, it's right there. It's not in it's not an amazing position, but like, I mean, I didn't really want to hide it, because like what zoos hide their toilets from guests, to be honest. Like, you want to make it as noticeable as possible, because I don't want anyone using the trees. And the moment you've all been waiting for, the kangaroo / koala habitat. Now, with this, I wasn't a big fan of the placement of the, the zookeeper gate. It wouldn't let me put it anywhere else, which it pissed me off so much, because I was just getting so frustrated. So I was like, stuff it, it's fine, I'll put it right here, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm a big fan of this little entrance area here, just because, like, it's not natural, but like, it looks more natural than if I was to put like huge cement walls included. I think being able to see straight through the fence really makes it a bit more open, in my opinion. And one thing that I did find out is this little guy here, Skippy. Now, if you're not from Australia, or you don't know much about, or you're too young, Skippy was a very famous Australian TV show back in the 70s and 80s, and I thought it was very coincidental. Like, out of all the names that they probably have for kangaroos in this game, Skippy is luckily one of the babies in my habitat, which I'm pretty stoked about. Now, what I was going for here is just to capture the Australian, general Australian outback. I say general just because, like, if you live in Australia, this is pretty much what you see. Just open vastness of just big trees pretty much everywhere. I got a little billabong area here because, you know, every animal needs water. I don't know if I should call it a billabong though, but I'm pretty sure a billabong is just runoff water that's dried up and not connected to a river system anymore. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then obviously I wanted to do a few added layers, so kangaroos and koalas can both come up to here just to relax, just chill if they want to, get away from the guests who are able to walk around this path here. And that's pretty much it. That is the entire third section, I would call it, of the Straya Sanctuary. I'm very stoked with having to complete it because now I can move on to bigger and better things. Not saying this isn't better, I'm just saying I'm really stoked to be doing the monkey sanctuary area. And I need to do a bit more stuff behind the scenes. I need to fill up all this area here. I need to add some more tropical plants, make it really dense and thick, so when people come into here, they can't see anything until they get to about this point. And then they're like, oh wow, look at this, this is amazing. And yeah, I'll probably show that on stream. So if you're not already following me on Twitch, make sure you do. I do generally play Planet Zoo on a Thursday night as part of my variety night, but it just depends on what games I've been thinking about playing. But that is it for now, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the video. And if you did enjoy the video, please consider dropping a like, also sharing the video to anybody who really loves Planet Zoo as much as you do and I do. And also, if you're not already subbed, please do. I'm going to be putting more Planet Zoo videos up, as well as DVD videos and just a bunch more variety games. So until next time, everyone, take it easy, and I'll see you all in the next video.